Welcome back to another episode. We are your hosts, and today we are doing a story bucket. You guys seem to like these episodes where we just take a bunch of random stories that don't
put them in a bucket and serve them to ya.
Yes, they don't quite fit into any other episode, or we don't have enough of them to create a fully contented video episode.
This is like what our teacher was talking about, where she was in Girl Scouts and everyone would bring a can of soup at the last day and they would all mix them together and eat them.
Ew.
Which sounds really gross, and it's not going to be like that in this episode.
Like, they'd be different soups.
Yeah.
They're just...
like water-based soups and oil-based soups and all kinds of different...
Yeah,
and
like, you know, there's tomato soup and there's pea soup and there's... Not pea, like, you know what I mean. And, like, chicken noodle soup, you know, and then you just get a little bit of everything.
I would keep my soup and be like, I'm good. You guys don't share with me.
Like, you haven't even added the water yet, so it's just like that, like, tube of, like, gel stuff, like Jell-O.
Yeah.
Well,
you just kind of suck it out of the can.
Different kind of soup.
I don't think it was that soup.
Alright, anyway, I'm going to tell my story, and we're not going to talk about this disgusting soup anymore. So, as you guys probably know from the last episode and my absence in the previous two before that, I was in Colorado. And as we all know, things taste better in Colorado. So we went to this place called St. Elmo. It's an old mining town.
You
It's
have
like
a hat from there.
Yeah, I do. It's really cool. It's like the original ghost town. So you know vanity plates, right? How you cannot have duplicates of vanity plates.
Yeah.
Of
right?
what?
Of vanity plates.
Vanity plates.
You cannot. Like,
I was like, what's a vanity plate?
No, a vanity plate. Okay, so a vanity plate. So you know how Ghost Town would probably be like a pretty coveted one, you know? Well, they have that, like, on an old truck, like, at this place. Like, it's the original Ghost Town. Like, it's really cool. Like, a bunch of miners died there and stuff. So, yeah. You know,
it's pretty cool. Like, a bunch of people died. It was pretty metal, man.
Cool.
Yeah,
no, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
You know. So, there's this one place where chipmunks are. Chipmunks, ground squirrels, they just climb all over the place. And you can go and you can just sit down on these little benches and they'll just climb on you. They're like these adorable little chipmunks and ground squirrels will just climb all over you.
So it's a ground squirrel or just a squirrel that lives on the ground?
No, it's like if a chipmunk and a squirrel had a baby. That's what it looks like.
They probably did.
Well, that's what it looks like. So you can go to this little store and buy a bag of seed for 50 cents. So we each bought one of those. Oh. And, you know, you just hold your hand out, you put it on the top of your head or whatever, and they'll come over there, and they'll just eat. I almost said eat you, but no, they won't eat you. Sometimes they'll take a little nibble of your finger or whatever. They're like, does his flesh taste better than these nuts? So, anyway, we have it in our hand, and they're coming. These nuts. Okay. Ready? Compose yourself. 3, 2, 1. And they'll just come over and they'll be like, does this flesh taste better than those, whatever they're seeds? Yeah. I think they're sunflower seeds. Anyway, so, and there's this sign on the side of the little store area that gives you it tells you what kind of squirrels and ground squirrels are there and stuff. So it's got a picture of a ground squirrel. It's like, this is a ground squirrel. It's got a picture of a chipmunk, and it's like, this is a chipmunk. And then, a few other species.
This is Craig. We don't know why he comes here every single day for 5 hours, but he does. Please help him.
And then they have a picture of a squirrel, like a full-on squirrel. Okay? And they're like, stay away from this, in like red letters, like, stay away from this jerk, he is not friendly. So, after reading that...
He's notorious!
Yeah, like it's a wanted poster, like, dead or alive, just kidding, only dead.
Oh, gosh.
So, after seeing that, I'm like, man, I kind of want to see this, jerk squirrel, and we're calling him Jerry and stuff, so I'm like, I want to see Jerry.
Jerry the jerk.
And I see him, he's over there in a bush, and he runs up to me, scratches my leg, and runs away. For no reason.
Now you have rabies.
Did he even try to
No, he didn't even try to take any seeds or anything. He just scratched me and ran away.
Wow.
And when he came up, I was like, oh, look at you, little friend. And I was like, scratch.
Symptoms of rabies can not surface for 3 years, right? But then when they do, it basically means you're doomed.
Well,
You're doomed.
3 years of my
Unless you
life.
get
Start
treated.
the bucket list. I actually only have one thing on my bucket list.
What is it?
It's really confusing. So there's this mountain in Colorado.
Yeah.
Okay. We call it Bald Mountain.
Ball of mountain?
Bald Mountain.
Bald.
Oh, not
Because-
ball of mountain.
No. Yeah, it's actually just a perfectly spherical mountain
Whoa.
floating in the air. No. It is a mountain. It's not very big, but it's pretty long.
Does everybody go bald on it?
Yes. No.
What?
No, it's covered in trees, except for this just random spot on the top. Like, this little random
it's
spot.
bald spot.
It's just bald. And it's just
Oh.
like perfectly lush green grass. It's not like at the very top of the mountain. It's just boom. It's just there. And on my bucket list, I need to go there and have a picnic. Just
Oh,
I don't know. Ever since I was little, I've been like,
that's
I'm going there.
cute.
One day I will go there. And then we moved to Texas. I was like, I still want to go there. And then we moved again to Texas somewhere else. And I was like, I still want to go there. And every time we go back, I want to go there.
And have a picnic.
By
And have a
yourself or with
picnic.
people?
And have a picnic. Or just go there. I don't care. I mean, I could have a picnic there. I don't, but, you know, whatever.
Oh man, you should go up there and like shave your head.
No thanks. It's like
That would be funny.
a tribute to Bald Mountain.
You scatter your hair on the grass.
And trees grow. But it's actually like kind of like a legendary mountain.
fertilized that plant with my hair.
Because like even my great grandma, when she was alive, they called it Bald Mountain. And like trees had just never been able to grow there. It's weird, but
Wow.
I don't know.
So it's like a legend in your familia.
yeah,
Familia.
all of that area of Colorado.
So, while you were in Colorado, did you go anywhere else?
Yes, I did. So in a previous episode titled Dead Trees, RVs, and Leeches or something like that.
Leeches, RVs, and dead trees.
Yes.
Yes.
If you
Go
haven't
listen
heard,
to that.
Go listen to that and then come back for this story. So in that episode, as you know,
If you do, which you should.
yeah, there is a trailer that me, my brother, and my two friends, I said younger, they're both older than me. My two friends went into and found a sink full of spoons. Mm-hmm. Well,
And it was like super sketchy looking on the
it was,
outside,
yeah, there was like bullet holes, broken windows, right? So,
And the glass was on the inside,
the
right?
yes, like the glass,
yeah.
the glass like all over the inside of the RV.
Meaning it was broken into or
Yeah.
shot into.
Yeah. Or somebody had like a glass fight in there with like bottles. I don't know.
Let's have a glass fight.
For fun.
It's like a snowball fight.
Yeah. So,
Or like a pillow fight.
oh no. So, I'm a bit of a photographer myself. I like to think of myself as one. So, I got up early in the morning with my camera and I went out into the
Wake up
woods.
in the morning.
Yeah. Because I wanted to get some pictures and stuff, and previously my brother had seen a bear in the woods, so I was like, I really want to see that bear. So I go there and I see the trailer and I'm like, no way, it's still here. It was moved, but it was still there. It was the same one. And it looked way more trashed. Like, way more
More bullet
trashed.
holes.
Like a couple
I-
homeless
no.
people had been staying in it.
And they kind of
More
dragged
like
it around.
like they were murdered in it. like,
Wow.
like there
Like,
was.
considering the corpses, you know.
Yeah, no. There was no blood. I didn't notice like any like excessive amount of bullet holes, but like it was trashed.
And the spoons.
Well, I went inside. I poked my head inside, and there was no spoons. The sink was completely empty.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah. So I don't know what that means, but I got out of there ASAP because I heard something in the woods, and I turned around and I saw this figure, just like this really. It looked like Chewbacca. Just walk behind a tree, and then it was gone.
You think it was a bear or a really fluffy?
It was
human?
not a bear. It was definitely not a bear.
It was Bigfoot.
A bushman.
No, I was like, that's Bigfoot. I was like, nah, Bigfoot doesn't exist. It looked like a.
Honestly, I think like the legend of Bigfoot was just based off a really hairy man. You know,
Like a
Yeah.
genuine person that
like a
was
person
around.
who was
People have, like,
really hairy.
actually seen Bigfoot though, and like there's like videos of Bigfoot, and they're like,
None of them are real.
I know, but experts are
I
like,
think-
this is Bigfoot, like this has to be him, like no human can have that big of a stride and be that big, and I'm just like,
Experts of what?
Like,
Video
what about
editing?
Bigfoot, no, like Bigfoot hunters.
That's a thing.
That's a thing.
Oh my
There's even a
gosh.
show called like Catching Bigfoot. Do they ever catch him?
Finding Bigfoot.
No. Yeah, they never really find it. But they do pick up, like, weird heat signatures in the forest. It's kind of weird.
It's a bear!
No, like, standing up and, like, walking, like, away.
Then
Bears
it's a
don't stand.
person.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah. Honestly, I think it'd be pretty cool if there was Bigfoot. Like, because, honestly, that would be really cool, you know?
Yeah, I'm just like...
But
does he
no
do anything specifically, like steal people's socks?
No,
he steals people's babies.
No,
he
just...
Originally in, like, Native American legend,
yes, yeah. But, like... Honestly, no creature can hide that well from us. Like, we've
Well, obviously he hasn't if those videos are real.
We are omniscient.
Farmers.
Right.
I couldn't help it.
Anyway, next story. Pull one out of the bucket.
Okay, this one is kind of me and Dustin's story. It was the first day of school, right? And, you know... First impressions are important, so you want to look your best, I guess. I mean, maybe you're not into that. You don't really care about what.
Oh, have you guys seen that TikTok where there's that girl like teaching you what to wear on your first day, and like a bunch of people like, she was like, wear a nice button-up shirt, and people get like really weird button-up shirts. Wear an appropriate pair of shorts, and people get like really weird shorts. Wear a belt, and they put, like, the belt over the shirt. They're like, make sure to wear your mask, and they get, like, a Kylo Ren mask. And they're just sitting there, and a fashionable blazer, and, like, it looks so weird. You gotta look one up. It's, like, girl telling you what to wear on your first day of school or something.
Yeah, I keep getting an ad for TikTok. I don't have TikTok. I keep getting an ad for it, and it's like the same one every single time. It's this lady who's like, I'm going to teach you how to elevate your loungewear. And I'm like, I don't care. If I'm wearing loungewear.
What even is loungewear?
Like sweatpants or whatever. If I'm wearing
Bro,
sweatpants,
I live
it's
in
because
loungewear.
I don't care what I look like. So why would I try to elevate it? Like, what?
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, so first impressions are important. So we decided to look our best to make those first impressions. We wore matching walrus onesies.
Yeah, like full-on hooded, everything.
Oh, yes.
Gloved, feet covered, yeah.
It was...
Basically budget fursuits.
Yeah, pretty much budget fursuits, which makes me want to burn the thing, but yeah.
I wouldn't qualify it as that. I would just call it a
onesie.
Yeah. But yeah, we just, we're clumping through the school. We've got classes at, like, the second level. So we go through the gym where everyone is, and we're just, like, walking around.
Yeah, but, okay.
And people are, like, taking pictures of us.
Yeah, people are taking pictures. Like, all my friends who I haven't seen in, like, all summer, they're like, dude, Dustin, nice to see you. And I'm like, yeah, I'm really sorry. I didn't know you guys were going to be here, else I would not have worn this.
Why?
Because our other class was on Monday, and our class was the only class that was going on that day. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, no one else but my classmates will be there, right?
That's what you thought?
No, yes.
Oh.
But since we changed days, like, the entire school is there. And it's like, so many people.
Whatever. No.
I don't care.
Honestly, one of my friends, I didn't even realize she went to the same, like, school place. Because, it's a co-op. She started taking a video of me, and she obviously didn't know it was me. And so I take my hood off, and I'm like, oh, hi, Tara, or, whatever. And she's like, oh, great. I'm like, hi, I didn't know you went here. And she's like, oh, yeah. She just, like, slowly backs away. But yeah, like I said, first impressions are important.
Yeah.
And I think we nailed that one.
And we took them off, like, halfway through class, because they were so hot.
It was really hot, yeah, but...
and I had to sit right next to... I sat right next to the teacher. So, like the last seat.
Did she appreciate it?
Yes.
Oh, nice. She is cool like that.
Yes.
I've got another one about, like, class. This one was kind of embarrassing. More embarrassing than wearing a walrus onesie. Then again, that was, like, by choice,
Yeah.
So this happened. We were in the middle of class, watching a movie, actually. It wasn't just, like, a slack-off day we could watch a movie. It was, like, we watched a movie for a reason, and then we had to, like, write something about the movie or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, it's one of these scenes that's, like, very quiet, and it's like, I think you see, like, a married couple, like, in bed, and they're, like, talking about, like, this guy's business, he wants to, like, I don't know, whatever, but it's, like, very quiet, and, chill, and, man, I should have recorded this, but, my brother So back then I had a flip phone.
Yeah.
That makes me sound like an old person. I had a flip phone because I wasn't allowed to have a real phone. Well, I mean, like, me and my brother, like, shared it. It was, like, our home phone, just the way that our parents could, like, contact us without buying us iPhones. I have one now.
I just gotta flex that on everybody. I have a phone now. Oh, imagine having a phone.
It's okay, you'll get there someday.
Telepathy. Anyway, I don't want a phone.
It was mainly my older brother's phone. And y'all, I mean, maybe some of y'all who listen, you know my older brother. And if you know him, he is...
If you know him, you know him.
Very special. He recorded his own ringtone. Yeah. And it goes something like this. Ring, ring, ring. This is his voice. There's someone on the line. You better pick up.
Fun.
Dead serious. And so we're in the middle of class, right? And all of a sudden, from my backpack comes the sound. Ring, ring, ring. There's someone on the line. You better pick up.
Oh, no.
And our teacher's like, whose phone is that? And I'm like searching through my bag trying to find it. And it's like at the bottom of the bag. And it keeps going over and over and over again. And she's like, whose phone is that? Turn that off. Because again, it's like the quietest part of the movie. And everyone's like looking around. And I'm like trying not to die. And I finally get it. And I'm like, that's mine. And everyone's like staring at me. And I've got the phone. And I open it up, I walk across the room, I put it to my ear. Everyone's watching me. And I'm like, hi, Mom. It was so... that was...
I can imagine.
Bro, so many embarrassing things. This one girl fainted in the middle of class. Like, she stood up and then just fell down.
It was...
In your class?
Yeah.
In our class.
And then she threw up on someone's purse. I felt really bad for her. She, like, went white as a sheet.
Oh, I was like, yeah, you need to get some, like, water and food in her right now.
Yeah,
and, like,
she was
sit
like...
her up.
I feel like she had just had her braces tightened, and so she hadn't eaten anything.
Yeah, like, she
hadn't eaten, like, anything, and so she was like, maybe I need to...
She had a bunch of status debuffs.
Yeah, so, like, she stood up to go eat something.
It's so funny. When people feel faint, they immediately want to get up and move, which is not terrible. What you need to do. You need to just stay seated and be like, hey,
it's because you're, like, distressed. You're like, I need to run away.
But when you get up, you get that fuzzy head, and then you just fall.
And then you clunk.
Yeah, what you need to do is be like, hey, guys, like, I need, like, food, like, right now.
Somebody bring me a glass of
my
cold
brain
water
isn't going to get enough energy, and I'm going to pass out.
Yeah, so she stood up, she's like, I think I need to get some food.
And our teacher was like, no, sit down with me. And she was like, okay, and she just fell.
Yeah, I felt so bad, honestly. I was very close to catching her. I, like, reached my arms out, and she, like,
I was, like, all the way across the room, and, like, my arms stretched, and I was like, don't worry, I gotcha. I'm the hero. No, I didn't. I just watched.
Yeah, I felt really bad for her.
On a little funnier note, there was this kid who farted in the middle of class.
Really?
In the middle of, like, an audio we were listening to. And
I did that one time.
The thing is, he purposely made it loud because
what?
he positioned himself.
Over or
he positioned himself in a way where the seat it's a plastic, so he made it kind of like made that echoey noise, like not just like it was like a.
The worst is when it's like on a plastic chair.
Yes.
If it's cushioned, it kind of muffles
and
it.
He just started laughing.
Plastic kind of like.
Everyone just burst out. We were just crying.
Was I there
so
for
funny.
that?
That's the way to test if your friends are awake at a sleepover, to see if you can get them out of bed. It's by farting really loudly. I would actually do that at sleepovers.
You just fart?
I would fart. And if they were awake, they would laugh.
With your
then
mouth?
I know I could... No, I'd actually fart. And then I would go...
Wait, can you fart on command?
I mean,
your brother can, though.
Relatively?
Your brother can?
My brother can.
Yeah, that was like the coolest part. We would have somebody who would like, do it, fart. And he'd be like, hold on, I gotta warm up. And he would walk into the room, like after going to the bathroom or something, he'd be like, for my next magic trick, I will fart on command. We were like, yeah!
Oh my gosh.
And then he taught my brother how to do it.
He did?
Yes.
Can he still do it now?
I don't know.
Hey, bro, can you fart? Yeah.
Have you ever done that when I was living at your house?
Yes.
And I didn't respond. I said, have you ever done that when I'm sleeping at your house?
Oh, I heard. Have you done this in the house?
I have farted to see if you were awake.
And I wasn't, because I don't remember that.
Yeah. strategy. Speaking of farts, isn't it annoying when those farts are a little more than farts? Just a little bit. Well, so, for context, it's Gray's brother's birthday.
Yeah.
It's like an all-day thing, but we're going out for lunch.
Mm-hmm.
We're having sushi.
Had you ever had sushi before?
I had never had sushi before, but I already didn't like fish. I didn't like seaweed. I don't like rice. I don't like any of that stuff. So I could safely assume I don't like sushi. I am a picky eater. But they're all like, come on, man. You never really know until you try it. And you're like, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be mature for once in my life. I'm going to try every kind of sushi you give me. Wow. And we get at least one of every sushi they offer there.
There was like 8 pieces.
Of each.
There was like 8 individual like types of sushis. And we had like 7 or like at least 8 of each one. Yeah,
it was crazy.
Like, I can only eat 4, and then, like, I'm full. Like, I love sushi. But I cannot fill up on sushi.
But they're the size of an Oreo.
I don't care.
I finished at least one of each. I did discover I liked caviar there.
Yes.
So that makes me really classy. But, anyway, we're sitting there, and I'm like, I will try every single sushi. Because it's such a classy food. If I can make myself like sushi...
And they also brought it out on this, like, really cool, like, boat.
Yeah.
It was, like, an actual, like, boat with, like, all sushi on it. I was like,
yeah, with, like, a sail-looking thing and all that stuff.
It was awesome. But anyway...
a dragon mask or something?
I keep going through sushi.
Did you like it?
I didn't like any of it.
Oh,
man! I liked the caviar. And I liked the fried shrimp legs that were stuck into some of them.
So good.
Oh,
if you guys don't know caviar, it's pretty much just salted fish eggs. Delicious.
It's not even salted.
They're not salted.
Oh, they're not?
It's just fish eggs, pretty much.
The California rolls, I think, they've got fried shrimp in them.
Yeah.
Those are some of my favorites.
They were spider leg sushi.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, but, like, I didn't like any of it, but I tried all of it, and I was like...
Well, good for you. Okay. That's mature.
So I'm like, okay, sushi is still not my thing, as I already knew. But...
you fools.
I tried.
Yeah.
So everything's fine. We stay there, because I was kind of getting it over with, you know?
Yeah,
I'm just, like, going
fast.
through all the sushi, like, one biting
just
some of them.
Just eating to eat.
But I was still full, you know? And it wasn't, like, nightmarishly bad. Just not a fan. So then I'm just, like, enjoying my drink for, like, the rest of the time, right? And we're completely fine for, like, another hour and a half.
We stayed there for, like, a long time.
We did.
I was like, bro, we were all done with our
honestly,
sushi.
Sushi places are best to hang out.
Yeah, they're really fun.
They're really loud.
But anyway, that one wasn't. It was pretty classy.
Classy.
But
yeah, that one was nice. I'm thinking of your birthday movie.
That was a Chinese buffet.
That was okay. Personally,
that,
I think that might have been a little bit more fun, just because
it's a Chinese buffet, man.
It was so like janky. I loved it.
It was so.
Yeah.
There was like cockroach powder around the perimeter of the whole restaurant.
Yeah, it's like wait, what?
Like, yeah, I loved it.
Keep your purses close to you.
That's what you know. That's how you know you're gonna get the good pudding, when there's little bits of crunch in there.
And like the weird like oat milk or like the weird
rice milk.
Really weird but awesome ice cream. I loved that ice cream.
I couldn't get over the fact that it was from a Chinese buffet. I'm sorry. I don't know.
Anyway,
I'm a picky eater. Also, I threw up there.
You did?
Yeah.
You threw out?
Yeah. Because of the ice cream that I ate.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You
in
threw
the
up
bathroom.
pretty easily.
I threw up super easy. I ate some. It was fine. Like, it tasted bad.
Do you throw up if, like, it's really gross, or you, like, think about it too much?
When I think about it too much. That was the thing.
That seems like you.
Yeah. Because I was like, I had already eaten it. It was gone. I had eaten it, like, 5 minutes ago when I went to the bathroom. And I was just thinking about it, like, oh, no. And I threw up a little bit.
Wow. I barely...
And then I ate a bunch more. So I'm kind of glad I threw up, because it's like the capital. Like, you know.
Oh, so
you throw up so you can eat more. I don't have an eating disorder or throw up on purpose, but like I was like, hey, cool, I'll eat more.
Anyway, I didn't finish my story.
Yeah, sorry.
So we stay there for a good while, and we're still gonna go back to his house after this for like
video games.
Like just
a good while.
Hours.
like till relatively late into the evening. Didn't we even like end up watching
dinner there?
Yeah.
And like watch a movie or something. I don't know.
It was cool. Anyway, but on the way back, I'm like, my stomach is starting to hurt. Yeah. Yeah, that's the sound effect. That's the noise it was making. And I was like, man, it's really starting to hurt more. And then I fart. And I'm like, okay, whatever.
Wait, whose car are you in? He's in my dad's car.
I am in Gray's dad's car. Riding back with a bunch of the boys.
The boys.
And I fart in the car.
Was it loud?
It was really loud. And it sounded particularly interesting. But I know I'm like, okay. And then, you know that little test you have to do, you just shift.
You gotta wiggle.
And immediately, I'm like, I just pooped my pants in my friend's car.
What
at his birthday party.
You're the party pooper!
I am the true party pooper.
Oh my god. That's so good.
And I really hope I haven't told this story before.
I don't think so.
They said they haven't, so I'm telling it. And I'm like, this is a nightmare. I don't know why my brain thought this, but I automatically thought, that's it. I'm going to spend the rest of the party without telling anyone with poop in my pants. But then I'm like, you know what?
Wait, this makes me think of what happened at
Awana. When I missed the toilet, so I pooped in my pants, on the floor, on the seat of the toilet, and a little bit in the toilet. And then instead of dumping the poop out of my pants, I shoved paper towels into it. Just so I wouldn't have to have contact with it. I don't know what was happening. I don't know what was going on mentally. I had just shut down. But anyway.
Bowel, Dad.
I'm very lactose intolerant, so I didn't have that at the sushi place.
No,
probably just had parasites. Anyway. So I was upset. But I'm
Did you tell anyone immediately in the car?
No, I'm like, you know what? If I'm going to tell anyone, I'm only going to have the guts to do it right now. You know?
The guts.
So I'm like, guys, I just pooped my pants in your car. And so Gray's immediately. So I didn't find out till like 6 months ago that aside from Gray's brother, they all thought I was joking. They didn't think I was serious.
Because people your age don't just poop their pants.
I know.
You're either a baby or really old to be pooping your pants. Plus you.
Yeah.
The exception.
But I'm like, okay, that's just what happened. And Gray's brother, I just gotta give a shout out. He comes in strong for me. And he's like, it's cool.
I'm not gonna die.
You can borrow a pair of my underwear. Clean underwear. He made sure to specify that, and that was comforting.
Does he still have his underwear?
I do, and
then you let somebody else borrow it at camp.
I did! Yes! Because they ran out.
Yes,
that underwear has been on so many butts.
Oh my god!
Oh my goodness. The underwear's like, what is going on?
Like, wait, whose is that?
Poor underwear.
Oh my gosh. So, y'all know, if y'all listen to the past couple episodes, you know that, my dad's pretty cool.
Yeah.
He's pretty cool. So, did he say anything about it?
He didn't even laugh.
No?
I mean, he went he acknowledged it, but again, as a joke. Apparently...
Oh, he thought it was a joke.
I have to confirm, but if I'm correct, he was one of the people who thought I was joking. Oh my gosh. So he was like, oh, that's pretty rough. And then he chuckles a little bit and keeps driving us back.
Okay, wait. Okay, I really hate to ask
You pooped in his car.
I think I have to. What did you do with the underwear?
Threw it away.
Good. That's the answer I was hoping for. I put in my backpack
we
and brought them
washed
home
it.
to
No,
wash.
I hid it in a tree. It's somewhere on your property.
No, I just replaced it in his underwear drawer. They're just there.
And we just washed it with all the sheets.
Oh.
No.
Icky.
Gosh.
Anyway,
One time
I am so sorry if any of you guys were eating. Especially if you were eating sushi.
Yes.
Or-
Prepare for the worst.
Or refried beans.
Yes. Okay, well...
Wait, one more. Speaking of poo, remember when we were staying at your house? I'm talking to Orrin, staying at your house, and there was, like, poop on one of the towels or something?
Right.
So we all, like, I think my parents were out of town, but we stayed at Orrin's house, me and my two brothers, only had two back then, and, you know, we all had to take showers and all that stuff, and I don't remember who it was. It might have been me, but somebody was, like, you know, drying off with a towel, and there was a legit, like, turd on it, and we were like, oh, who just took a crap on this towel? Like,
And
what?
it was somewhat solid.
Yeah.
Is what was weird. Like, there was a nugget at the end of a streak.
What?
So it's not like somebody was, like, wiping their butt after after the shower or, like, had pooped and, like, used the... So it was like they, like, took the crap on the towel.
Or, like, in the shower and then use the towel as
To, like, pick it up or something.
We're still trying to figure this mystery out.
We
Like,
still don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're
It's
in
down to two of her brothers, though. We're
Really?
almost certain.
It
Yeah.
could have been your little brother. He was, like, little at the time.
But he didn't take showers either. He hated showers. He had a specific towel he used then, too. It was a little duck towel.
Man.
But now he's a grown man, so he uses adult towels.
Man, well,
Yep.
now, it wasn't me, I promise.
I believe
But
it.
I wonder which one of my brothers it was. I'm hoping it's not the one that's, like, older than me.
Yes, him. Alright, I think that's gonna end it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed, and make sure to tune in next
You
week.
pooped in his car and you pooped on your towel.
Make sure to tune in next week for our next episode. Bye.
Don't
Bye.
fart too hard.